And from here on, I think that any game that releases in mid-December and beyond is making quite a brave gamble, because the release schedule is light, which gives them a great shot at cutting through the noise, but it's basically Christmas, with people tuning out from new releases for Games of the Year season and award season, so it will be really interesting to see how things go for these last few games of the video. On the 10th, we get The End of History. It's an ambitious sandbox RPG set in a medieval world. It has really lush character art and promises carefully intertwined systems that can lead to wildly divergent story outcomes. As the game's blurb says, the game does not depict a set scenario, but rather a unique and unrepeatable story based on the player's decisions. And somewhat unbelievably, all of this was crafted by a Japanese solo developer called Tatamebea, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Little information is available about them, although some sources say they're a developer that has a history of working on AAA games, so there's a certain level of finish here. It's a mysterious game indeed. I hope it gets some reviews, because I'm quite curious about what they would say. That's The End of History out on the 10th. On the 11th, we get Unto Deepest Depths, a simple turn-based strategy game with a roguelike structure. In this game, you gather together a party of heroes, all of whom have different attributes for movement and combat and so forth. You can power them up to make them stronger as you battle through 5 distinctive biomes. The game promises procedurally generated battles, meaning there's run-to-run variation, which I think is really key for a game with a roguelike structure. That's Unto Deepest Depths. And then finally, I was just looking at the release schedule on Steam and saw that only one game is scheduled for release on the 31st of December. It's called The Doomed Knight, and now I don't know if the developer of this one just punched in that date as a kind of a challenge to themselves to finish it this year, but New Year's Eve seems like an insane release date, so I've put it on my calendar that I should definitely check back and see if it really did come out. It's a fantasy Metroidvania with 12 biomes and bosses. It promises over 60 enemy types and different endings based on the choices you make along the way, so place your bets in the comments on whether The Doomed Knight will come out or not on the 31st of December.